Good afternoon, everybody. We're doing another solving LeetCode problem today. Like I said in the last video, I did just get my wisdom teeth removed, so if I sound a little weird or my words are a little mushed together, it's because of that. We're doing reverse vowels of a string today. It's the last easy problem we have within this section of LeetCode 75, so stay tuned for a medium problem. Pretty stoked about that. This question is fairly simple. And what it's asking us to do, we're just flipping the vowels in the string. And I'll be using a two-pointer method, starting from the first index and the last index and working my way in. So the first thing we're going to do is create our variables. So low is equal to 0. We're going to do high is equal to length of our string. Wow. Minus 1. And then we're also going to create a set of every vowel. And this will make it easier for us as we go to determine if the index we're at is a vowel. And the reason I'm using a set is because in Python, sets implement hashing, and hashing, in my opinion, is awesome and it's faster. So we're going to be using a set just to hash our way through. So this is the most tedious part, but we're going to do every vowel in the set, A, E, I, O, and U, and then we also have to do the capital, oh my gosh, the capital of each. I'm doing this so slow. And U, let's check this, A, E, I, O, U, A, E, I, O, U, all right, cool. And then we're gonna make a cars list and set it to string. So this is going to take our string and convert it into a list, which will be easier later down the line when we want to swap character indexes, because you can't just swap them. You can't just swap their index places like you can in Java. It's a little different in Python. I did not like that at all, but you know, it is what it is. So we're going to iterate through our string. And we're going to check if high is ever less than or equal to low, we're going to break, because we don't want to go past, we don't want these to pass each other, because if they start going past each other, we're going to start undoing what we did, so it's pointless. And we don't want to just divide this by 2 and go halfway, because there's some cases where we need to swap stuff kind of near the end, and if we just divide this by 2, we're never going to reach that. So as soon as these two pass each other, we know that we need to get out. So, and then essentially what we're gonna do from here is we're just gonna check each index. So for example here, I'm gonna check H and O, and if they are both in vowels, I'm gonna swap them. If not, I'm gonna move. So H is not in vowels, so I'm gonna move, but O is in vowels, so I'm gonna stay. And the inverse is true. So if this was O and this was H, we're staying here and moving here. So we're moving when we don't get a vowel. So we're going to check if cars at low is in vowels and cars at high in vowels. If it is, we're going to do cars low, can't type per usual, cars high, let's go to cars high, cars low. That's how we swap the index values. It's really weird. I'm used to Java and where I can just, you know, set one of these to a temp and then flip them. Can't do that, but you know, it was a learning experience. I'm new to Python. And then we're also gonna do high minus 1 and low plus equals 1, because when we swap them, we need to move both of them to go to the next indexes, because, you know, we swapped them. So I forgot to explain that in the first part. And then we're going to do an elif if cars low is in vowels and cars high. Again, can't type per usual. Wouldn't be a Nick programming video if I can't type. Not in vowels. And this is when we're going to move. So we're going to move high because it's the one that's not a vowel. And we're gonna basically do the same thing, the opposite. Low, not in vowels, in cars of high is in vowels. Then we're gonna move low. Else, if neither of them are a vowel, we're gonna move both of them again. Wow, I did a terrible job at explaining this, but hopefully you guys can just look at my code and kind of understand what I mean. And that's it. And then we're just gonna make a new string. I'm just gonna call it X, and we're gonna do this dot join cars. This is gonna turn our cars list back into a string, and then we're going to, that needs to be outside the for loop. And then we're going to return X. All right, there you guys go. Hope you guys enjoyed. Sorry for that terrible explanation, but the code is pretty self-explanatory if you look at it. I hope you guys learned something. Enjoy.